Big follow-up here. Only days after the big peace deal, President Trump got it done on Monday. Hamas is now attempting to reassert its authority in the Gaza Strip. Videos circulating online show Hamas publicly executing people in Gaza City. This is President Trump says that Hamas is not fulfilling its obligations, posting on Truth yesterday. A big burden has been lifted, but the job is not done. The dead have not been returned as promised. Phase 2 begins right now, end quote. Hugh Hewitt's here, and Hugh, good morning to you. Good morning. I want to read a quote from an Israeli, a freed hostage here, okay? This is what he says. He says, one of the guards was a first-grade teacher. Another was a lecturer at a university. Another was a doctor. These are normal people becoming terrorists. Mm-hmm. How do you digest that, Hugh?
Well, it takes a while. We know that Hamas, and good morning, Dana and Bill. We know that Hamas is just the uniform version. There are many people who are complicit with their terrorist activities. Many thousands of people crossed into Israel, invaded Israel on 10/7 of 23, in addition to the clothed Hamas terrorists. So there are a lot of people who are complicit, but there are a lot of innocents as well. What Hamas has been doing over the last 24 to 36 hours is executing people, up to 36 people. We're not really sure how many people are still left in Hamas, and we know that there are opposition groups that are armed. And I think back to the Lebanese civil war that lasted from 1975 to 1990. Can't have that replay. So Israel is sitting there saying, we want the bodies of our people. There are at least 21 left. We want those accounted for, or they're going to go up the ladder of escalation. Mm-hmm. That begins with not sending in as much aid as they promised, and it could go up to returning to their forward lines and combat.
And that leads us to this from President Trump, who was asked about what will happen if Hamas does not disarm. Watch.
Gaza, how long will it take Hamas to disarm, and can you guarantee that is going to happen?
Well, they're going to disarm, and because they said they were going to disarm. And if they don't disarm, we will disarm them. We have told them we want to disarm, and they will disarm. And if they don't disarm, we will disarm them. And it'll happen quickly and perhaps violently. But they will disarm.
Okay, so obviously he's talking tough, and also here's the thing. They all know he means it. I think when he said the we, my take was that it was the royal we, meaning Israel and the United States. Some people are running with it, saying, oh, the president is saying he's going to put boots on the ground in Gaza. I didn't take it that way. How did you?
I agree with you, Dana. The royal we might include some troops from our Arab allies and the Gulf state allies. It might include even some PA people, though Israel doesn't want that. But what the president is saying, don't double-cross me. You don't want to double-cross Donald Trump. You made a deal, deliver on the deal, or he's going to, again, back off objecting to Israeli tactics. As we saw him, he refused to object to the invasion of Gaza City. He didn't pull I've looked at the maps that Vice President Harris said, and you can't do this. Do whatever you want if they don't live up to the deal. And so Hamas has got a very short clock on which to comply.
We have 200 U.S. troops there. I'm waiting to hear when the other troops are going to arrive and from which countries. I mean, we got to get that thing going right now, especially with the president saying phase 2 is underway. One of the reports earlier today out of Israel is that one of the remains in a coffin that was returned to Israel was not a hostage, was not an Israeli. Here is Benjamin Netanyahu on talking about getting them back with the translation. Watch here.
Regarding the fallen, with the same determination, the same responsibility, the same seriousness, we are dealing with the return of the fallen. We will spare no effort and no means to bring them back. I believe that this way, we will first receive good news about the return of additional fallen hostages. I hope in the coming hours, but we are determined to bring back everyone.
You know, Hugh, in the last couple of months, I honestly did not feel that the living hostages would ever go home, but they have. I don't know now how you accomplish this. Do you?
I think the threat, the credible threat of force, which both Donald Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu have made and followed through, is the only way to do it. But when the Israelis say, we want our people back, that's a unifying issue. And if they now escalate, there is no threat to living hostages. They might use penetrating ordnance to go down into the tunnel. They could flood the tunnels. They can do all sorts of things, and they can continue the destruction of Gaza City, which has to proceed if Israel has to move back to those front lines. So, Bill, I think that Hamas, watching in their cellar TVs, have better take this very seriously, very quickly.
Hope you're right.
Great to have you, Hugh.
Thanks, Hugh.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dana.